Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer Douglas from Being Human Energy. I'd like to invite you to explore emotional freedom technique, or tapping, as a way of reframing and rewriting stories that have been running in the background of your experience, like old versions of computer software. With tapping, we are evoking the old story and the emotions associated with it while simultaneously calming the nervous system through physically tapping on acupressure points, which are kind of like electrical outlets that plug directly into your body's fight or flight response. In doing so, we can neutralize the emotional charge associated with events or beliefs in our lives. For this exercise, we are going to choose stories that have become ingrained in your sense of self and are impacting the way you experience and interpret your daily life. To get started, think of an event within the last month that was stressful to you. Maybe you had a crunched deadline at work, a difficult meeting with a coworker, or a conflict with a partner or child at home. Bring that event to mind in as much detail as possible. Now that you're holding that event in your mind, zoom out and consider what story about you that event is telling. Don't filter yourself. For example, I'm always impatient with people. I just can't seem to get it right. Others don't respect my work. I'm always late. That story probably sounds pretty harsh, but it reflects an underlying belief, an aspect of identity that has been programmed over time. Thinking about that story, what emotions come up for you when you consider yourself in that way? Perhaps you feel sadness, frustration, anger, disappointment, anxiety, or grief. Allow whatever emotions arise to be there and write them down. Now I would like you to rate the intensity of those emotions on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being, it doesn't bother me at all, and 10 being, this is my maximum intensity. Rate each emotion as you're feeling it when you tune in to that story. Let's take that one step further. For the emotion you rated the highest, where are you feeling that emotion in your body? For example, does your throat tighten? Do you feel constricted in your chest? Do you feel a sinking feeling in your stomach? Write down what you feel. If you're not sure, imagine where you would feel that emotion. Rate the intensity of that feeling in your body from 1 to 10, with 1 being, it doesn't bother me at all, to 10 being, this is my maximum intensity. Write down that rating. Now we're going to tap together on the story you identified, along with the associated emotions and feelings in your body. Tap along with me and repeat the phrases I say. When I leave space, insert your own details into the sequence. Start by tapping on the side of your hand below the pinky finger. Even though I have this story, I accept myself here and now. Even though I have this story, I acknowledge all that I'm feeling. Even though I have this story, I'm open to exploring new ways of thinking. This story I have, it's a powerful story. I've had this story a long time. It's become part of my identity, part of the way I relate to the world, part of the way I relate to myself and to other people. I acknowledge this story, even if I don't know where it came from. I acknowledge that it's there. It came up with the event that I had in mind. It's been running in the background of my life. When I think about this story, it brings up emotions. Sadness, pain, anger, frustration, disappointment, grief, regret. I acknowledge these emotions. I allow these emotions to be present. I honor what I have been through in my life. All the experiences that brought me to this place. These emotions are in my body as well. I feel them in my body. Tightness, sinking, churning, pain, constriction. I see them and feel them being in my body. I acknowledge them and the fact they're there. This story about myself, I wonder if I could release some of its power. I wonder if I could see myself in a different way. What would it look like for me to see myself differently? How would my life be different if I could view this story differently? Zooming out from this story, is it really true? How do I know it's true? Does it have to be true? I'm open to viewing myself in a different way. Maybe I can allow these emotions to release. It's safe to let these emotions go now. I have compassion for myself and what I have experienced. I see myself differently now as the mature adult who has more experience and tools in these situations. I don't need to live this story anymore. I allow these feelings to continue releasing as I go about my day. Take a deep breath. Place your hands on your heart if that's comfortable. Acknowledge that this is transformational work you have done. You are growing out of an old pattern, and that can be uncomfortable. Look back at your original ratings for the emotions and feelings in your body. Have those ratings changed? If they have reduced, that's great. Keep tapping until you reach a 0 to 1 rating. If your ratings increase, that's okay. It means you've been holding a lot of emotions inside and they're starting to come out. That's a positive thing. I would encourage you to do another round of this sequence right away to see if the emotions start to decrease in intensity. Over the next few days, I would invite you to complete this sequence again, focusing on specific emotions that come up. If a story comes to mind again in a new event, gently acknowledge that you see what's happening and choose to move forward differently. I wish you all the best in your personal transformation.